Hello there, Aries. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Aries for December of 2018. Year over, and for those of you that celebrate, happy holidays. Well, for anybody who's new, I pull 4 cards for the month. We're going to use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. Now, I don't think the cards will go week by week. I believe they'll blend in and out like a theme throughout the month. Look at your moon sign and rising sign. Get a more comprehensive view of the month. And because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. For all of us Aries, that must mean we're named Frankie for the time of this reading. I have a message for us. It's just a little one. They're saying that it's time to be moderate in all things. And if I feel like I'm being led astray for any reason, even if I don't know what the reason is, go to my internal guidance. If I go to my internal guidance, I'll never be led astray. And that's how it feels for the month. And I think it's a okay month, a good month. We have good words here. They're trust, acceptance, synthesis, clarity, and courage. Pretty good words, huh? Well, and we got some cards that are showing big time courage here, because our bottom card on the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. We actually got 2 knights and a page in here. And the Knight of Pentacles is he's arrivals and departures. He's the slowest moving knight of all, but he usually brings good messages that have to do with monies. Now this is Earth energy. This is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, male or female. I have to say it because that's the way it is. But with this knight, we could have just made a change in our life. We could have decided that even though it's slow moving, it may look to others as if we jumped the gun and just ran out and did something, but we're Aries. We've thought it through ahead of time. And this Knight of Pentacles means, like, if I'm going to quit a job, I would accept the fact that I'm done with it. I would have trusted myself. I would have gathered up my skills, my money, put it to good use, and I would have made that move forward with courage. All of them have courage. It's not quite mature yet, but it is courage for all of the knights. Now, we could have moved to a new home. We may be upgrading something in our home. For those of us getting ready for the holidays, we may be fixing something up. Maybe we're having company, things like that, or people are coming and going and traveling. You know, could mean a lot of that, but it's a trustworthy energy, and an energy that the money flow is going to be okay, and we're going to be okay because it is earth sign energy. Now, a lot of times with this night energy, I feel right now with this, like I may be being called to make a decision, perhaps. Make a decision about financial things. You know, is that new job better for me? And would I be better to stay where I'm at? Do I really want, you know, the new home, or do I want to fix up what I have? Usually with this, we're doing it. We would take the new home. We would take the new job. We would accept and trust that inner guidance, and we'd have the courage, like our word, to blend these things together, know clearly, because of our original message telling us if we feel like we're being led astray, you know, by anything, you know, to trust our inner guidance. So we'd sit down, we'd meditate, go within, and we'd be really moderate in the decisions that we made, or even do like mitigation. however you say that word. Now, because there's two knights in here, I'm saying this possibly could be a change in a love relationship too. For those of us that are thinking about, we may go from this earth energy to this other night energy and make those decisions that look like they're spur of the moment, but they actually aren't. Because these pentacle energies move slowly, but they move surely. So for a lot of us, because we're fire sign, people are used to us saying, boom, I'm doing this, but it's never with us Aries, boom, I'm doing it. I have thought it through. I may have been thinking about it for 2 or 3 years. It looks to everybody else like we just came forward and we're doing it. But I do know this particular night is going to be our word clarity, because the message that comes will tell us that we made right decision and choice no matter what. So I feel really comfortable with making those choices based on the cards that are here. Our next card here is the Page of Swords. Now, this is air energy, male or female. It can be a more younger, immature type energy. It would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. This one here is motivated usually by trouble. You know, it's a more immature energy. Could be one of our kids getting in trouble at school, you know, maybe failing an exam, stuff like that. It's a more cocky energy. See how he has the sword out in front of him? He's not even turning around and looking behind him to see if the enemy's coming up behind him, because he's so damn sure of himself. He could just cut him down in a half a heartbeat. It's that little bit of cockiness that like takes things a bit too far. Takes things a bit too far, and that's exactly how they said to say it to us. So he's very courageous, like our word, but he's cocky courageous, which means he can get his butt kicked. So, you know, it could be us. Maybe we're taking a risk this month, because we have the next one here, I'll explain in a minute. Maybe we're taking risky behavior, but we believe in our heart that it's worth it and that it'll work out. Now remember what I said, if something's messing with us, stay moderate, trust and go within, get that internal guidance thing going here, like meditation, you know, that kind of stuff, because then we won't do this knee-jerk stuff. This Page of Swords is kind of knee-jerk. It's like a kid that thinks I can have whatever I want and do whatever I want, and no one's going to ever catch up to me. So it can be that energy around us, or it can be us assuming and taking that risk to move forward, because we've got this pentacle energy, which is giving us the ability to trust and have that more mature type of courage in us. Two ways here. Someone around us getting in trouble, right? Wasn't thinking and just doing whatever, you know, or the other way around, that we're going to do it, what we need to do for our own self, no matter what the risk. We're going to trust it. Now, if we're going to trust it, remember that original guidance. Be moderate, go within, and then do it. So, because even if it looks risky on the outside, it may not be. And we actually, I feel, for the most part of us, you know, we've really thought it out. So with that card, it's kind of like a warning for us to also, you know, to also, if there's someone around us that's getting in this kind of trouble, maybe because we might not be inclined, let's put it that way, to be as moderate as they're telling us to be. Okay? We may have that hidden kind of, uh, like a uh, hidden kind of agenda that may be pushing us to move faster than we would. So trust the inner guidance there, when I'm dealing with this. Because our next energy here is the Knight of Swords energy. So we got the both swords. We have all younger energy here around us. Once again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. Now this is another little bit cocky energy. It could, usually they say he's ready for battle, on a horse, charging. Well, can I get the glare off for you? He's charging forward and he will defeat anything that's in his way. This can be, but with this knight, he's already got blood on the sword. That's what I always think. He's not charging forward to the battle knowing he's going to do it. He already did it, End of the story. He decided, I'm going for it and I'm doing it. It can be someone around us with a attitude. It can mean like violent conflict. Not like physical fist fighting, but mental type conflict where like a boss that said, you do it or whatever, that kind of attitude. A person that doesn't ask, they tell you to do it. It could be us though, aggressively pursuing the lifestyle changes that we want and we are bound and determined we're going to have. So that being moderate with our temperament, if this is an outside energy, male or female, coming up around us, this guy here, he's intent on getting what he wants, guy or girl, trusting that they will get what they want, accepting the fact that they will get what they want, could be us, like I said, aggressively pursuing what we want in our life, and with this Page of Swords in the middle and these two knights on either side of it, and I don't think they'll go, it can be like a love relationship also, where the swords energy may be acting a little immature, and this one, like a choice between the two night type energies, and maybe some of us, if it was a love relationship, maybe we want this kind of energy, someone who's moving forward and they can be like steadfastly going for their goals, and nothing's going to stop them from doing it, and they trust and they have the courage to do it. And this guy over here could be a little bit slower, but maybe much more stable. So it could be choices in love also, because these are just general readings, but they also can be choices that are coming around my workplace. We're going to have to weigh where that goes, because they're just general readings. But with all of this, if I pay attention, if I trust my inner guidance, if I am moderate, and when something's leading me astray, like in my thinking, or even if it's another person leading me astray like that, I'd step back, Aries. I'd step back and say, and go within, figure it out, trust my inner guidance, have the courage to move forward and the clarity. That's what the inner guidance gives us. It gives us that clarity. And we're Aries. We are very clear-cut, very determined. We know what we're going for. Like I said, with this Knight of Pentacles energy, may seem to others that we're doing it on the spur of the moment, but we actually aren't. We don't do things that aren't thought out thoroughly with all the details in place, So even in this kind of energy, I feel that our decisions are going to be real clear cut, and we'll go forward to do whatever it is that we feel is right, because our next card here is the Five of Rods or Wands. Why they changed the name, Aries, is beyond me. I had enough trouble remembering wands. This is this five is like competition in the global type economy or workplace. It's like the mad scramble for money and power and all of its excesses that come with us, excess greed, competition. The, the card kind of represents the struggle in the marketplace versus a fight, like the Seven of Rods would mean, versus a fight. It's usually around work. But because I see all this people energy, I'm going to say it may be for some of us this Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords energy vying for our affection, you know? Uh, what it means is new factors are moving into the situation and are demanding that we change and adapt and grow, and that our life is not as simple as it was before. Kind of like the new competition moved into the neighborhood, you know, or the industry. So maybe some of us were in a really stable relationship, and here comes up this hot man or woman, and we're like, oh well, you know, and we're going for it. Moderation, moderation is what they're saying. That's what I'm hearing. Moderation, moderation, moderation. Um, you have to put forth a lot more effort with this five to keep what we've gained in terms of like financial gain and material goods, like this Knight of Pentacles energy is bringing to us. Depending kind of on the rest of this, it's an either or card. You can either suffer, you know, hardship with it, or you just go on to the greatest heights ever, you know, and you get excess and the acquisition of wealth and abundance, things that, you know, we can accept and trust and move forward with that clarity, you know, as long as we do that word, moderation, okay? It's great for us, but they keep repeating that word to me. Trust, but moderate. Moderate the energy. Pay attention. Don't let any like hidden things lead us astray while we're making these decisions, because the next card here is the Ten of Rods or Wands, like I said before, and that's carrying a really heavy load, you know. So with that inner guidance and this Ten of Rods, I'd step back and say, do I want to carry the heavy load? It means that I have capacity to carry the heavy load, and a lot of times I'm more than willing to do it, and I'm happy to do it. Like maybe taking care of somebody or maybe my partner. These are just examples. Working a lot of hours and I'm taking over, doing this, that, the other thing, and you know, it's wearing me out, but it's worth it financially, that kind of stuff. The card can also mean, and a lot of times it does, that someone else is giving me their work and it's not mine to have. So I want to look around me, get that real clarity, pinpoint clarity. Is one of my coworkers or a couple of them, because I'm Aries, I'm detail oriented, I can get everything done, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm very organized. Throwing their work on my desk and saying, Aries, finish this for me. I don't have time because I've been in the bathroom all day painting my fingernails, you know, that kind of stuff. Division of labor. Is the partner in my life not taking the garbage out and they're laying on the couch watching TV and they didn't have a hard day, I'm the one that had the hard day, you know. Is the kid not cleaning up their room type deal, because we have this Page of Swords energy in here, you know, and then mouth it off to me about it because they didn't clean their room and they're not doing it right now. So the following day, after they go to school, I get up and I'm cleaning the room and getting out the Febreze because it smells like dirty tennis shoes, that kind of stuff. If it's that type of energy, I walk back, right? I go for my inner guidance, and the kid comes home from school, and I'm like, that's your job. I throw the partner off the couch in front of the TV, and I say, here. And the coworker, I say, oh, very sorry, but wasn't I the one that's been doing your work for the last several weeks? And you're not doing it? Why can I do mine and yours? Both of our jobs are just as hard. Now, the other thing they're saying with this is, both of our jobs are just as hard. Is this happening repetitively? Is this Knight of Swords energy, maybe in the workplace, throwing a load on me all the time at the end of the day? And being very aggressive about it, just do it. You're Aries, get it done. This is what I'm telling you to do. This can be, this Ten of Rods energy in that case, to me, feels like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm Aries, and I'm not doing it anymore. That may be what goes with this Knight of Pentacles energy. Arrivals and departures. I may be accepting a new job, trusting that it's better for me and I don't have to deal with that energy anymore, and I'm walking away. Nobody's going to continually demean me and put more and more on me and not give me a penny more in compensation. That would be our courage word and our clarity. I don't see the light at the end of this tunnel, so I am changing it because I'm Aries, or I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. My partner still not taking the garbage out, and they kicked back at work all day, and I stand on my feet for 8 hours. It'll be something like that, but remember, moderate. So we're going within our original message, mitigate was it mitigate? Yeah, you're not doing all your chores, so because I'm not going to act rash, I may say, look, last 3 times I've done your job for you, get up off the couch. I hear all this, bitching and moaning and complaining, but it doesn't bother me. I'm Aries. I don't want to carry the garbage out every single day unless it's my job to do. It's kind of like that attitude. Or, in the relationship thing, I carried the whole entire load and I'm changing relationships. I'm trusting that there's something better out there for me, That's exactly what it feels like for this month. So we go, because you're all different, we're all different Aries, we've got to make that decision for our own self. Place this in the part of our life where it belongs, and I think we're going to go about it and straighten out the situation. But this Knight of Swords energy is very strong, and I don't want to use it not wisely. You can't make these angel cards up, Aries. Ours is trustworthy guidance. Go within. Go within. It says you've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayer. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely, we have the word trust to go with it. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything you need that's related to this idea. Wow. Let's hope the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords don't back off or back up and decide they're going to be the ones that battle it out, huh? If it's like my kid and my partner or something. Hold on here a minute. Oh, didn't quite get far enough there. It says, the angels gave you this card because they want you to believe in your ideas. which are answers to your prayers, and you can trust them. Boy, that word keeps coming up, doesn't it, Aries? You'll be surprised as you move forward to put your new ideas into action as long as you check in with your angels regularly for continued guidance. If you ever feel vulnerable, that's part of this moderate thing. If you ever, or the hidden thing that's may cause us to make those, like push us forward, to make choices. If you ever feel vulnerable, ask your angels to reassure you with emotional, spiritual, and material comfort. Material comfort. Don't worry about the details, they'll take care of themselves as you go along. Go for it, Aries. Your idea is valid and divinely inspired, and you are safe to make the changes and move forward. Wow, Aries, we got an interesting month here. I actually feel good around it. I actually do. And I feel stronger because we are Aries and we have those hidden strengths that others don't know about, that can come out when we need them. Go within, get the inner guidance. Well, that's our reading for this month, Aries. Want to tell you all thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one. I don't get a lot of time to write y'all back, but I read them all and I really appreciate them. And if anybody wants to know more about me or just go neb about me, all the information is down below the screen. In order to be able to do that, it's over at the website, or if you need to make an appointment with me, all of the information to do that is over at the website. The prayer class is over there now, and the suture classes are over there. There's 2 short videos about them. You can read on them, or watch them. They're like 5 minutes long, 6 minutes. Prayer classes is very comprehensive. It's on how to structure prayers for manifestation and why you do it that way for this kind of work. Sutras are thought forms that you put into a simple meditation 5 minutes a day, enhances the clear perceptions, but that's over there too for you to go look at. And to everybody I've met through doing these YouTube videos for 2 years, and everybody I've met through 29 years of doing this work, want to tell you all it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to be able to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.